So day 16.
Oh my god.
My goodness, sweet 16. The one in which I start to question all of my life choices. Because I don't know why I do the things I do. No, not my back. I did throw out my back. Not throw it out, but
I was gonna say.
I pulled a muscle in my back yesterday, but it feels much better today. So that's good.
Using the Theragun last night, and I think
that
helped.
and the Penetrex muscle relaxer stuff that worked, I think, too. So anyway, so it's feeling much better today. But no, that's actually not what I'm talking about.
Oh,
this is what I'm talking about.
Hold on, you should know before you even go into this. I had a list of 3 other things that could have been why you were questioning your life choices. Do you want to hear them?
I do, and that says a lot about me.
But I'll tell you in a minute. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I decided to clean this like we talked about at the end of Vlogmas yesterday, and now it's like it looks like this, and I'm like, gosh, why would I do this to myself? I've got so many other things going on, but here we are.
You always do this. You always do this. We'll be at our busiest, and you're like, we'll be like leaving the door to like go on a trip, and you're like, let me just,
just one thing, real fast.
Throw these in the washer real fast. Let me just, oh my gosh.
Anyway.
Well, really, I only have one other top of mind. I thought maybe you were questioning your life choices about the ornament put togetherage.
Hey, that's working out really well. Here, come film me. Let me show you.
Show me an update.
Okay, so this one is done. Like it came together really well. There's a little spot right there. But
gosh,
otherwise,
you did a great job on that.
It looks pretty good. I mean, with the super glue, it kind of looks a little hazy. But
I feel like it's the vibe of.
I can totally live with that. So
this
I got
is great,
and it's got the bell in it again. So I got to put a hook on that, and then that one's done.
This is the news people need to know. You know,
it's funny. I kind of thought this would be like a little throwaway segment. I always think that, and that's the stuff that so many comments are like, "We need an ornament update."
You know, Tyler, you haven't done a dramatic drywall scene.
I know. I did that a couple years ago. I'll never top it. That's the problem.
No.
And I know that. And so I'm like...
I'm just saying...
It's like how Will Ferrell won't do a sequel to Elf. It's like, I can't top what I did.
I've got some ideas I'll run
That's
by
a
you
That's a bold statement. Me comparing my 1-minute drywall montage to one of the greatest Christmas movies of all time. Wow. So this, I actually just did one more piece this morning, and this is the last piece. It's actually coming together really well.
Aww.
I
mean, love going to Chicago at Christmas.
It's not going to be perfect, but again, like Jessica said yesterday, it's kind of funny because then, assuming I actually get this to fit all and all that, it all looks fine. It'll be funny, and 10 years from now, like, oh, remember when that ornament broke?
You see all those lines? Your father fixed these. I don't know why we turned so different and old in 10 years, but anyway.
It's like how Bob Saget was the voice on How I Met Your Mother, even though the guy was already a grown adult. It's like, why did his voice change so much? Anyway,
that's funny.
This is the last piece, and I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I need to get something to hold it here so I can place it precisely there. I don't know. I got an itty bitty, teeny tiny little suction cup. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I got to figure that out. But that's the last piece, and everything fits together pretty well. It's just
I'm so impressed.
You can see the glue lines, and that's not great, but you know what? It's fine.
Hey, I think that's incredible. I would have just thrown them away, so I love that you actually took the time. You guys are not going to believe. First of all, hi, Blue Nana.
Hi. I'm at the cutting board.
That's right, yet again. I was just telling Blue Nana about how this part of the ornament, it was part of a bigger ornament and it broke, and so we were just going to keep this part. And then I dropped
just showing me, holding it up, going, oh, this had a whole ball, and then she broke it.
It's going to be so...
It was perfect.
I told Benita, I was like, I'm glad you were a witness to this, that it was truly an accident. So he's got one more project. But you were saying that, for something like this,
I would use a glue gun.
Yeah, because it's a lot of, it's sturdier. You know what I mean?
And yeah, you put it, glue it, boom, hold it, it's done.
Yeah.
This definitely glue.
Yeah. Oh my.
But yeah, glue gun, once and done.
Yeah.
You're done.
I think that's the move. I guess I have to tell time. Another beautiful day. It's 53 is the high and it's sunny. I'm like, this is amazing. I'm just living for this right now. Really just the sun. I don't mind if it's colder. It is kind of weird that it's in the 50s, but anytime it's sunny, I just feel like it elevates the mood, So I'm going over to the workspace for a couple hours. I just filmed an Instagram spot that I need to edit and send to a brand. And then making a video live, so I need to do thumbnail links, that kind of stuff. Got some emails to comb through, some tax things to get done and sent over before year end to my accountant. I'm realizing I need to charge my keyboard. I just got like a notification. Do I even have a cord for that here? I don't know that I do. I just got here to the workspace and saw that Tyler, I don't know if he vlogged about it, but we had this like folding table with all these like decor pieces we might use somewhere home here, keep for future, whatever. And they were all just sitting on this folding table because that was the only table we had here for a while until the movers like moved the furniture in. And we keep meaning, like every time we get here, we're like, oh, we got to like put that stuff away and whatever, just to make it feel a little more done. And I came in and he had done it and it looks so good. It's so nice. So one step closer to being done. But yeah, like I said, I've got some tax things to figure out. I moved from one accountant to another this year. And so I have like the old accounting firm asking for information. I'm like, no, like you guys aren't doing it this year. This one is, but then I'm double checking with my new one. Like you guys are doing it, trying to like get all of those ducks in a row. So hopefully we'll get all of that figured out today. Because I have like 1099s I need to send out to like my editors. I feel like there's usually, oh no, that was last year. Actually, that might be the only one I have to send out. I know most of you guys probably don't care, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be interested in that kind of thing. Anyway, I'm just dilly-dallying. I'm going to get to work.
Okay. So I have to take a minute here and just brag on my agents because I know I talk about it all the time, but they are truly the best agents ever. And I know 99% of you know this, but if you don't know, I own a travel agency. It's called People Mover Travel. And we just hit a couple big milestones in the last couple days. First of all, as of yesterday, we have over 400 positive reviews from our clients, which is amazing. We just updated our review page yesterday. It said over 300. Now it says over 400 positive reviews from our past clients. So that's amazing. So if you've worked with People Mover Travel and you have not submitted a review, that actually means so much to us. So if you're interested and you have worked with us and you've never submitted a review, it really does mean a lot. People Mover Travel works with a host agency. And so I'm not going to get into all that right now, but our host agency is called Outside Agents. They have thousands of agents all across the country. There's hundreds of different companies that work with Outside Agents as their host agency. And so long story short, People Mover Travel is its own separate entity, but we work with a host agency. And there's hundreds of different travel agency companies that work with us. Last year, we earned a top 50 company reward. It's a little hard to see there because it's clear, but we were a top 50 company for Outside Agents in 2022. And this year, consistently, all throughout the year, we get the rankings each month. We've been around the number 20 spot. So I think this year we're going to end up being in the top 25 of all the different companies with Outside Agents. And so that is amazing. It's just a testament to how good my agents are. They really are just the best of the best. And some of them are now taking other initiatives into other things. And so let me show you here. One in particular has now built up her own website with her own blog. This is Kayla's website. And she has her YouTube channel linked. She's got a bunch of Disney vlogs and that kind of stuff. But she's got her own website here. So many of the other agents have now started other Instagram accounts. I mean, it's just amazing. They all have just grown so much, and it's been so cool to see them grow over the last couple of years, but then also to see now they're taking initiative and doing even more and just becoming better and better and better. And they all take so many different training courses and stuff like that. So when we all first started out, so many of them just booked things like just Walt Disney World, but now so many of them booked stuff all across the world. We basically now book everything across the world with a few exceptions, but I mean, we do, you know, everything from Europe to safaris to Alaskan cruises to Hawaii. We do everything, pretty much everything under the sun. And so we don't do like standalone airfare, and there's a few other things that we don't do. But overall, I'm just so amazed with this group of people that they have just taken the reins with this, and they have run so far, and they've become so good at what they do. And so I just had to brag on them for just a minute because they are they're just the best, and I'm so proud of all of them.
So, done with work. I'm going to try to go on this run. But I am getting some ideas for some teacher gifts. And I think I've landed on what I'm going to do for them. I tend to do gift cards just because when I was teaching, that was really all I wanted. And as I know how that sounds, but you get a lot of the same thing, a lot of like edible stuff, a lot of like things that say teacher and stuff, which is lovely. And there's nothing wrong with that. But when you get it, you get so much of it. You know, what you really want is to be able to buy some stuff for your classroom or maybe a nice, I don't know. So anyway, I tend to do gift cards because then they can spend it on themselves, on the classroom, whatever they want. But I like to have something else little. So I've done like little keychains with their initial on them. There are a lot of cute ones on Amazon. Things with their initials I feel like are cute because it's personal enough, but you don't need to know everything about them to be able to do that. You know what I mean? And everyone's got keys. But I'm even looking at like cute bags if they wanted to carry pens and pencils around. They could put makeup in it, whatever it is that they would want to put in it. But pouches that have their initial on them. So that's kind of the route I'm leaning in addition to gift card. Anyway, so if you were curious, teachers most of the time really just want gift cards.
Jessica's trying to get this hat to land on her head.
Well, now I'm nervous. We were talking about how we remembered learning. Oh boy.
I don't know what show that could have been though. You and I were both apparently in a show where we were learning to flip a hat on our head. But I
thought I learned it in musical theater school.
Yeah.
Learn how to juggle, learn how to throw a hat, and clearly it's not translated to any other hat. It's got to be regulation weight.
That was my hat when I did my Elton John costume. I had to like pop it off my elbow or something like that. Like I had to like flip it up and then it like popped up.
I vaguely remember that too. I know.
What was that?
I don't know.
And then it like went on. I don't remember why we did that. Anyway, I'm gonna bring these hats back.
Okay. The feather is pretty
cool.
cool.
Looking at you, kid. Also, I gotta go change. I was just talking to Justin. I'm like, he's like, nice turtleneck. And I was like, I can wear a turtleneck one day a year, and that's it. Because then I realized why I hate turtlenecks.
Straight jacket.
But once a year, I'm certain I'm going to be a turtleneck guy. And then I wear it, and I'm like, nope, can't do it.
Well, there's many other versions of turtlenecks, baby. You look handsome.
All right, all the cushion covers are now clean. Shall we proceed to put this thing back together?
Guess what's for dinner for mommy and daddy tonight? Sushi. Listen, I'm a late adopter to liking sushi. That was a hard sell. So I now like it, but I definitely like California rolls I will eat. Obviously the fried stuff, please. That is so good. That was my like dipping my toe into sushi. So that is definitely where I usually go. I'll get some of that, maybe a California roll. That's about as far as I go. I think one day I will grow up a little bit more and eat more adventurous sushi, but hey, I'm just glad to be eating sushi of any kind. Anyway, my mouth is watering. Very excited. We're also going to watch a Christmas movie. I think we settled on 4 Christmases because neither of us have ever seen it. I'm pretty sure it's Reese Witherspoon and Vince Vaughn. Like that kind of movie is exactly what I want to watch tonight. Like rom-com, but Christmassy. Perfect. Also, I was just queuing up 4 Christmases, and I made the connection that, who was it? I almost said Ryan Reynolds. No, now you got Spirited on my brain, that movie. Vince Vaughn is in 4 Christmases, and he's also in Fred Claus.
And then I made the connection last night that Will Ferrell is an elf and Spirited.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty wild. So just kind of some cool things we're figuring out. We were joking, but like totally serious. I bet the residual checks are so much better for Christmas movies. Because how often do you rewatch a movie, even if you loved it? I mean, maybe once in your life you rewatch it, unless it's like, I don't know, a series like Harry Potter where like I would just watch that on repeat.
One of your favorite favorites.
Yeah, like one of your favorite favorites. But I mean, Christmas, Halloween, those are the times where people would just rewatch it every year. Yeah. Hocus Pocus has to make so much money. Elf has to be making. Home Alone. Ugh, I just love all of these, you guys. And we've got a water gun, some water guns, and udon soup, if I remember correctly. It looks really good. Had to pause the movie. First of all, it gives the vibes of, what am I thinking of, Tyler?
Skipping Christmas.
Christmas
with the Cranks.
Christmas with the Cranks. But do you know who that gentleman is? That is Ralphie in A Christmas Story. So he was in A Christmas Story. He was in the new Christmas Story movie. Mm-hmm. He's in this Christmas movie, and he's in Elf. He's one of the elves. Just a fun little factoid. Okay, so we're working on Christmas cards. And
almost done, actually.
Yeah, we've been flying through it. because they were pre-addressed like on the site. And then we have our like stamp thing with our like return address. And so we were just sticking the stamps on. Tyler was stuffing envelopes.
Yep, and then I got a decent amount of them already all done up.
But we took your guys' advice, the water wow pen to seal them, because a little bit of water comes out. It's like, if you don't know what it is, it's like a kid's toy where it's this reusable picture and you use this water pen and it reveals the colors in picture and then it dries and you can do it again. So you just fill it with water and literally, here,
it's
if you
perfect. Okay, so literally all I do is just like this. Then close it.
Amazing. The other thing everyone recommended, of course, was a glue stick.
Yeah.
Also, Tyler, I've seen a lot of people take them and kind of line them up, like a bunch of them, and then just kind of like...
That's what I've been doing, yeah.
Especially with the glue stick.
I'm doing like 5 at a time, and then boom, 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 boom.
Well, now that I'm done with my end of the bargain, I'll help you.
Yeah. The other thing people said was a sponge, but I'm like, this kind of works the same way as a sponge, so it kind of... But, yeah, I'm pretty impressed.
I'm a fan. Oh, I don't know that I told you Wait, I feel like I'm reliving yesterday. No, you guys don't know. I did go on a run this time. Remember yesterday? I couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
Got the watch thing figured out, which I think I talked about. The days are definitely starting to run together. I told Tyler, we're always trying to make sure we have pictures for the thumbnails, like to make them, obviously. And so we're trying to be conscientious of, like, oh, just hold that up, let me get a picture of you so we can put it in the thumbnail. Little fun behind the scenes. Very, very exciting. And oftentimes, by the end of the night, I'm like, Tyler, we need a picture of you doing something. That's why if you look back on our thumbnails at any picture of Tyler, it's usually just him wherever we were towards the end of the video.
At like 10 p.m., holding a cookie, we're sitting on the couch.
We need something, folks. Anyway.
Yeah. And I'm always like when
how did I get on that tangent, though?
I don't know. You went right into it.
I was ready.
Just coming in hot.
I know.
When I went shopping the other day, I was like, I'm gonna get a photo, like somewhere, like it's gonna look like I'm at a store. It's gonna be great, and then
it's gonna look like you're not at an actual store.
And then it was like 10 p.m. She's like, "Did you get any photos?" I'm like, "Nope."
Sure didn't.
Sure didn't.
We could always do like screenshots in the video, but then we need them to. Yeah, it's a whole thing. We've been doing this a while. We just got to get the photos.
Every night, though, it's funny whenever we're sitting down here. I'm like.
Chairs.
I gotta go put those chairs away. I see them behind us every time. Speaking of which, somebody keeps commenting this, and you're right. Some eagle-eyed watcher. Do you know what they have commented? And they're totally right.
Is something back here? Is Harry Potter out of order or something?
They are out of order. And they spotted it. And here's the funny story.
Orange and blue need to be swapped?
Kind of. That needs to go over. The 6 and 7 need to be swapped. So here's the thing.
Oh, I see.
So my dear friends, Ben and Glenn, Ben who you all know, and Glenn as in the whipped cream fame from a couple days ago.
He's going to love that we're now going to just say Glenn of whipped cream fame. What an amazing...
I think it's mostly Glenn, but I think a lot of times they work in tandem. Every time they come over, they switch the books order. And it's always a different order. And then... almost every time I catch it, and I'll text him and be like, I got it, whatever. But like this time, he came over and he came down to the basement. He's like, your Harry Potter books are out of order. Like, I missed it last time you guys were here. Anyway, so yeah, I gotta go fix it. But every time they're here, they mess them up.
That's right. Oh, also, we showed the water wow thing. I did end up doing the glue stick, and I just stacked like 5 or 6 envelope liquor parts. What is wrong with me? What do you call it?
Liquor parts. Oh man! All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
I'm never gonna unthink that. So that part.
There's a lot of jokes
what
going
are
on
we
behind
talking?
the scenes.
I know.
We're having to cut out.
Edit out. Anyway, it's a family-friendly show. So, you the envelope, that part.
They get it. They get it. Okay.
No, but you put them right near each other. And you go, you know what? I'll get a picture of it for the thumbnail, so you guys can really get the image. All right.
What envelopes? They're all sealed.
No, we have a few extras. Okay. Anyway,
I hope it's worth it.
I'm gonna sacrifice. No.
Oh man.
We know Pinocchio. He said, play a clock. Come on. We know, buddy. We'll play with you in a
I
sec.
feel like I wrote down one more thing to talk about
Oh,
tonight.
wow. Oh, what a night.
So okay, there's so many movies that we haven't seen. And it's so funny because people always do this. I do the same thing. And what is wrong with people that we always do this? If there's a movie that we have seen that somebody else has not seen, we're always outraged that person has not seen that movie. Like, how could you never seen that movie? It's always like, I need my fainting couch. Like, it's always, but I do it too. It's like, how have you never seen that movie?
I know.
And so it's so funny. We mentioned, Miracle on 34th Street. We've never seen it. People lost their minds that we have not seen this movie. And I'm like, there's in Superstore, she brings up the Goonies, and she's like, never seen it, and then people are like, oh, have you never seen that movie? She's like, oh, it's really funny. Actually, the movie came out, and then I just never saw it. Like, that's just fun. Anyway, and it's just because everyone has movies they haven't seen, so it's funny that we all get so mad.
It's like
I'm certain
it's
there are
weirdly
movies,
part of human nature.
There's
now.
movies that I love that I'm certain you haven't seen. Anyway, so I wrote down a couple ones that we have not seen.
Christmas-wise?
Yes, Christmas ones.
Okay.
Christmas in Connecticut. A lot of people recommended that. It's an old movie.
Oh.
And a lot of people, when we mentioned Miracle on 34th Street, mentioned that one.
Interesting.
You need to watch Santa Claus 2 again.
Yep.
4 Christmases we watched
Check.
tonight. This one's going to make people mad. Die Hard. We've never seen Die Hard.
Argue amongst yourselves.
And it's funny because so many shows that we love talk about Die Hard.
And we've never seen it.
And we've never seen it. Like Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Michael Scarn. Boom, Michael Scarn.
But even in The
Doesn't he
Office,
talk about
in
Die Hard?
one of the later seasons, they do a whole Die Hard episode. And
Okay.
it's in so many different shows that we watch. They talk about how much they love Die Hard. Gremlins. Meet Me in St. Louis.
I've never seen.
And
I know I will love that.
And this one's a new one, Candy Cane Lane.
Yeah.
So those are just some that I wrote down. I'm like, those are a few I'd like to try and watch before Christmas this year. And some of them are not even, blatantly Christmas movies, but they're like on the top Christmas movie list of all time kind of thing.
Sorry. If you notice I keep looking off screen that way, I'm looking at Pinocchio, who's dying to play with us, so I'm a little Inception here.
He says, guys, come on.
Pinocchio, we know you want to play. We know. We'll
play
with you.
Can you bring me a toy? Anyway,
So we spent literally 30 minutes just now going through and watching previews or trailers for so many movies from the 90s.
Yeah. Not these movies. Other movies.
No,
that we just
non-Christmas,
really
but we just you go down one of those rabbit holes.
Yeah.
So many I want to see that I've never seen.
I know. And they're
or that we saw
classics.
1,000 years ago, but I'm like,
Yeah.
well, no, I want to watch all these other new ones.
I know.
New to me.
And some things like Sister Act. I loved that movie, and I have not seen it in 20 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want to watch that again. It's like old ones that I have, I do know, but
Rewatch.
yeah.
Especially with adult eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Overboard.
A lot of Goldie Hawn trailers we watched.
Yeah, weird amount of Goldie Hawn.
Yeah, like
I'm not
a
mad
lot
about
of-
it.
but it
Just reporting it.
Don't worry. Never mind me.
Setting up your shot.
Setting up my shot. So I would get like 5 or 6. I was blasting you out of the water, I have to say. I would just get them all those parts, just like that. And then I'd take my thing and go, and then you just shut. So satisfying. And those suckers are shut.
Okay.
I'm excited about this. So thank you all for sending me. It must be the exact same like TikTok or reel that I've been sent for the past few years, even in July. It's like these same red envelopes and someone with their glue stick, and it's funny. I've seen that 100,000 times now, but hey, it's paying off. Anyway, I think that is all I have to say. I really, for real, might get a bath, even though it's 10:30. Why do we do this to
On a
ourselves?
Friday?
On a Friday, no less.
Oh my goodness.
It's party night.
Get crazy. Do it.
That's right.
You won't.
I don't know. I've got YouTube videos to catch up on. I would love to do that.
Sounds like you've made your
100,000
decision.
books to read, but I probably won't get through those in the bath.
Not all of them.
But maybe some. Anyway, we're just chatting.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
Love you guys. Bye.